Alright, welcome back guys to another amazing episode of Christianity over Islam with Sam Shamoun. And this time around he is debating a Christian, a Unitarian who struggle with this Bible verse. Does the Gospel of John teach that Jesus is God? You're about to find out the truth from this video.
All right, Andrew, we're going to go to John 8, and we're going to walk through this slowly, if you don't mind. So I'm going to read it, John 8. I may even take my entire 10 minutes just on John 8, okay? Let's go to John 8. We're going to read 39 all the way to 41. It's a long chapter, but you'll see where I'm going with this when we look at it. So let me read it for you. They answered him, Abraham is our father. Jesus is now in a debate with Jews who thought they were his disciples, but now are questioning his sanity. Jesus said to them, if you were Abraham's children, you would do the works of Abraham, but now you seek to kill me. A man, see, he's a man. He knows he's a man. Was told you the truth which I heard from God. Okay, Abraham did not do this. You are doing the works of your father. Then they said to him, we were not born of sexual immorality. We have one Father, God. So let me repeat the part that I want you to answer for me. He's showing them that you don't really belong to Abraham. Though you are his physical children, you don't truly belong to him because you don't behave like him, you don't act like him. Here's the proof. You're trying to kill me, a man who has told you the truth, which I heard from God. Abraham did not do this. So Andrew, what did Abraham not do? He's contrasting Abraham with these Jews. You're trying to kill me. Abraham didn't try to do this. What didn't Abraham try to do to Jesus?
Abraham did not try to kill the messenger. I would say Abraham didn't try to kill the messenger who told him that he was going to have a son.
That's not what Jesus said in verse 40. Read it again. You're trying to kill me, something Abraham did not try to do. It's right there. You're importing words that are not in the passage.
No, he says the truth. You're trying to kill me, a man who has told you the truth that I heard from God.
Yep. Abraham did not do this. Abraham did not do what? It's in the context. Don't import things that are not in the context. What did Abraham not do?
I'm not sure. I try to follow where you're going with this. Maybe if you can get to the point, and I can answer your
Quite
question.
clearly, and this is going to come to the second part of my question. Quite clear, Jesus saying, here's proof you have nothing to do with Abraham. You're trying to kill me. Abraham didn't try to kill me. So let me ask you a question. How could Jesus say Abraham didn't try to kill him when Abraham had been dead for 2,000 years when Jesus made that statement? That's the clear implication of the text. There's no getting around it. I'm not adding anything or taking away. You're the one who has to import an alien context into the words.
I would have to check the context. It's a good question. But here's the thing. What it says is a man who told you the truth that I heard from God. Abraham didn't kill the messenger who told him the truth that he heard from God.
Where does it say
God is the origin of the message. The messenger is the servant who delivers the message. Okay, so the origin is God is the origin of the message. Whoever told Abraham whatever he told him, spoke the words of God just as Jesus did. Abraham didn't try to kill the messenger of God, but they're trying to kill the messenger of God.
I got your point, and I'm not trying to be rude to cut you up, but I don't want you to eat my time. You did it again. There's nothing in the verse that speaks of Abraham not trying to kill messengers. It's about Jesus and why the Jews do not truly belong to Abraham, because the way they're reacting to Jesus. You're trying to kill me. Abraham didn't try to kill me, proving you have no connection with Abraham, which brings me to the second part of the passage, John 8, 56 to 59. This should make it more clearer to you, because now remember Andrew, he said, here's proof you have nothing to do with Abraham. You're trying to kill me. Abraham didn't try to kill me. Now let me prove to you that's what Jesus is saying. Abraham did not try to kill Jesus. His reaction was different. John 8, 56. Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day. He saw it and was glad. You see, you Jews? You see me, you angry, you want to kill me. Your father saw me and was glad. Now notice what they asked him, how they understood his words. Then the Jews said to him, you are not yet 50 years old. Have you seen Abraham?
All right, guys, before we continue, let me give you the basics of this debate. This Unitarian, they are Christians that affirm the unitary nature of God as the singular and the unique creator of the universe. They believe that Jesus Christ was inspired by God in his moral teachings and that he is the savior of humankind, but he is not equal to God himself. This is the belief the Unitarians hold, but they are also Christian, but that is their belief. Let's continue with this video to get more details.
And that's a logical question. Abraham's been dead for 2,000 years, Jesus. You're not yet 50. What do you mean Abraham rejoiced to see you? You seen him? And Jesus doesn't say what you say. Truly, truly, I say to you, I existed as a plan in God's mind revealed to Abraham. So Abraham knew I was coming because I was a plan in God's mind, and he knew the plan. No. He explains, yes, I did see him. Because truly, truly, I say to you, unlike Abraham who came into being, I am. Yes, I saw him because Abraham came into being, but I've always been. So Andrew, can you explain to me, how does this make sense in light of your Unitarianism, where Jesus says, unlike you Jews who are trying to kill me, Abraham saw me, didn't try to kill me, but was happy to see me. And yes, I did see him because unlike Abraham, I've been around before his birth and I remain till the present moment. How does that comport with your Unitarianism?
Because you're not reading the verse correctly. What he says is that your ancestor Abraham rejoiced that he would see my day. He saw it and was glad. It doesn't say he saw me on that day. It says he would see my day. The day is the coming of the Messiah, when people would be saved.
Read 57, which refutes you. I already anticipated your objection. Read 57, which refutes you.
Yeah, okay. So your basic argument is that the Jews understood what he was saying, but yet Jesus says early in the verse that, why don't you understand anything that I'm saying? Your father's the devil, and that's why you don't understand me. What they say is, like, here goes, I gotta finish. I gotta be able to finish.
Okay,
all right, so they say to him, you're not 50 years old and you've seen Abraham? These guys don't understand what he's saying. They're in a lot of ways, they're kind of airheads. You know, John presents these Jewish authorities as airheads because Jesus said they saw my day, and they're saying, "Oh, you saw Abraham." So it's a kind of ignorant statement. They're not understanding what Jesus is saying, and Jesus explains why they're not understanding what he's saying earlier.
No, but I got your point, Andrew. Before my time is up, I got your point. They misunderstood him. That means you're not reading again. 58. He doesn't correct him. He doesn't say in 58. Read 58. He doesn't say, "No, guys, you're not getting my point. You're not understanding my words." He actually shows them they're right, because before Abraham came into being, I am. He shows they understood him correctly, and he explains why. Don't let my physical appearance deceive you. I'm older than 50. I was there before Abraham came into being. So Andrew, if you just pay attention to context, you get the refutation to your own argument. Yes, they misunderstood him in certain times, but here they understood him correctly, because Jesus didn't say, you didn't understand what I'm saying? Abraham saw a prophecy of my coming. No. Unlike your father Abraham who came into being, I am. I did see him because I've been around even before his existence. So please let the text speak. Don't read your Unitarianism into the text. Explain how this could be possible if your view of Jesus is right.
Which part? Which part?
The John 8:58 doesn't say what you said. Let me repeat it again. He doesn't say, you guys are not getting it. I'm not saying I actually saw Abraham. Abraham just received the revelation that the Messiah would come, the day of the Messiah. No, he says, truly, truly, I say to you, unlike Abraham came into being, I am. So that's a statement. He did see him because he was there before he was created, because he was around, alive, consciously and personally. So he doesn't say they misunderstood him. He corrects their misunderstanding that he's but 50 years old. In other words, the Jews thought like you. They thought Jesus was just a man. So you with the Jews are wrong, and Jesus is refuting you because the Jews had your belief. This is just a man.
So you're essentially saying that the Jews did understand him.
Because Jesus says, yes, I did see him. You're right on that point. Yes, read it.
Yeah, so there's our disagreement, is that I believe that they didn't understand it, because in verse 56 he says your ancestor Abraham rejoiced that he would see my day. He saw it. He saw my day. It doesn't say he saw me on that day. It says he saw my day, speaking of the future day of the Messiah. They didn't understand him, so Jesus responds in verse 58, and we can go over that if you'd like, but our basic disagreement boils down to, you believe that the Jews understood Jesus, and I believe that they misunderstood him.
Let me correct you, what you just imputed to me. I didn't say the Jews always understood Jesus. When they're wrong, he corrects them.
Just there.
What I said, but let me finish one. What I said here was, he didn't correct them like you are correcting me. He didn't say, no, I didn't see Abraham. Abraham saw the coming of Messiah. That's what I mean. Why didn't Jesus simply correct them? Why did he say, before Abraham came into being, I am, meaning I've been there and I remain till this day, so I did see him. His answer is, yes, I did see him. Why can't you just accept what Jesus says? Why are you fighting against Jesus?
I'm not fighting against Jesus. You're imposing on the text what you believe Jesus should have responded with in that situation. If you would like to get to John 8:58 and have a...
All right, that's time. That's time right there. All right, Andrew, you are up for your final 2-minute cross-examination of Sam.
Not really much to say. I mean, let's just go to stick on John 8:58.
Sure.
All right. I don't know if you have a Bible in front of you right now. If we go to John 8:56, can you read to us John 8:56?
Your ancestor Abraham rejoiced that he would see my day. He saw it and was glad.
So what is my day?
The context from verse 40 down is Jesus appearing to him and making himself known to be his God, El Shaddai. I'm not denying, by the way, I'm not denying that Abraham was given a revelation of the Messiah to come. I do believe God revealed to him the coming Messiah. I'm saying contextually, in the context, in verse 40, and then light of 57 to 59, Jesus saying, Abraham rejoiced to see his God appear to him and reveal himself to him, which he did, because the God who appeared to him was Jesus Christ. That's the point of John 1:18.
So what you're saying is that my day there is not referring to the coming of Jesus. It's referring to a past event. Is that what you're saying?
No, it can be both and. In other words, it can refer to Jesus appearing to him as God and making known to him that he would come to be Israel's Messiah. It doesn't have to be either or. It's both and. But definitely it includes Jesus appearing to him personally, because that's what the Jews said. You've seen Abraham? And he goes, yes, I have. Unlike you, Abraham didn't try to kill me. Yep.
What happens to your theology if you find out that my day refers to a future event? For instance, it says, your ancestor Abraham rejoiced that he would see my day. He saw it. So it is you're saying it there is more than one single event, more than one single quote day.
What I'm saying is, contextually, the day must necessarily include the day in which God made himself known to Abraham. That is unavoidable.
Why?
In the context.
Why?
He told you why. Do you want me to repeat it again? Okay, let me repeat it again.
Are you going to say why is because the question that the Jews asked him after that?
No, I mean, you want me to make my case for me, or you want to make it for me? Can I make it?
No, I'm just asking. You said
it has
to include that past day. I'm just asking why. Go ahead.
Okay, because of the context. Let's start at the context. That's why I walked you through it from verse 40. Let's try it again. I'm going to use a New Revised Standard Version this time. John 8:39 to 40. They answered him, Abraham is our father. Jesus said to them, if you were Abraham's children, you would be doing what Abraham did. Act like him. And what did Abraham do? But now you're trying to kill me, a man who has told you the truth that I heard from God. This is not what Abraham did. Abraham did not try to kill me. So that's the first part of the context. Then we go on later, and then he explains Abraham's reaction, unlike their reaction. So you're trying to kill me. You're saying I'm demon-possessed. You hate me. You're trying to kill me. But your ancestor Abraham rejoiced that he would see my day. He saw it and was glad. See? What more proof do you need that you are not truly Abraham's children? Because you're not reacting to me the way he did. You're trying to kill me. He was happy to see me. And then to put the icing on the cake, then the Jews said to him, you are not yet 50 years old, and have you seen Abraham? You saw Abraham? And Jesus didn't say what you said. Why don't you understand my words? How come it doesn't sink in? Why are you always misunderstanding me? What's wrong with you? Jesus said to them, very truly I tell you, before Abraham was, I am. Yes. You know why I could see him? Because unlike Abraham, who came into being, the Greek verb, genestai, means to come into being. I am, meaning I was there before he came into being. I was there when he came into being. I remain after he died up to the present. Yeah. Wait for the buffering to go. Hold on. The buffering, it's still buffering. Hold on. Wait.
All right, look like it came back on my side.
Yeah, but then it buffered again. See, even people are saying buffering. Keep an eye on the YouTube channel, Marlon.
All right, no problem.
Okay. Go ahead, ask the question. Sorry, guys, that's beyond our control. Go ahead, Andrew, and give him some more time. If you want, give him. You can take more time than 10. Don't worry about it. I don't mind. I'm generous. Go ahead.
All right. So the basic argument is that the my day in verse 56 has to include a previous visitation of Jesus to Abraham, because you're referring back to John 8:38 and 39 and 40, right? Is that the basic argument?
Yeah, that's part of it. And then verses 57, 59, the whole, yes.
All right. And so just to conclude, so you're saying that the Jews actually understood what Jesus was saying in 57?
Yes, because he then confirms, yes, you're right, I saw him, and here's why. Before he came into being, I've always been. I've been there and I continue to
He
be.
doesn't say.
The answer is right
He
there,
doesn't
man.
say
I don't know what else.
what he does. What he does is says an enigmatic statement, and that's why I brought up.
You know what enigmatic? Define
I think
enigmatic. Define
it's
enigmatic,
hard
because
to
you're using
understand. It's
words.
difficult to it's difficult to understand.
Why? It's not difficult for me. You have to make it difficult because it doesn't agree with Unitarianism.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, it's fine. Okay, it's before Abraham was, I am. But that's not a clear English statement. That has to take some breaking down to understand what's being said, and we have to
You want me to break
understand the
it down? I
dynamic
can.
within all the context that we talked about. But we can move on. But the thing is, your basic argument is that 57, when he says my day, has to include a previous visitation because Jesus brought up in what he said in verses 39 through 40, or 38 through 40, and then in verse 57, the Jews actually understood what he was saying, and so they asked him what he was saying.
We're spinning wheels here, Andrew. You know that, right? Because you're repeating the same thing that I've answered over and over again. If you want to go to another question,
I'm just making it. I'm just making it clear. Yeah, and I mean,
Come back. That was an enlightening moment from Shamoun and Andrew. And like I said earlier, I gave you the brief definition and the meaning of this Unitarian song and their hold and belief. And the basics of this argument is that the Jews, in John chapter 8 verse 58, where Jesus said, your father Abraham saw me and rejoiced, and the Jews got angry and they pick up stones to stone him. The reason why they pick up stone is because Jesus said before Abraham was, I am. At this point, remember the story of Moses, where God encountered him with a burning bush. God introduced himself to Moses as I am that I am. So in a Jewish culture, once you say I am, it means that you have made yourself equal with God. Alright? And so by saying that before Abraham was I am, the Jews understand that context, that Jesus said I am, it means that he has become equal with God. He has made himself equal with God. That was the reason why they pick up stone to stone him. And many Trinitarians hold this belief. They believe that God is the one that is the same one who showed himself to Moses, is the same person in Jesus. I think you've watched this amazing video and also this commentary. Let's know what you think in the comment section. Please don't forget to share, to like, and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Thank you.